Hi, I'm Dan Holt. Come along with me as we explore Arizona. We're starting at Littlefield, then Desert Springs, the Virgin River Gorge, Wolf Hole, Mount Trumbull, Nampaweap Petroglyphs, the Toroweap Ranger Station, and the Toroweap Point of the Grand Canyon. Before St. George, I turned off on Route 7 and went 3 miles and turned off onto River Road. Now this is 75 miles of dirt road, but it's good road that goes to the Grand Canyon. It's over 60 miles on this gravel road to Mount Trumbull. Vandals burned down the schoolhouse, but they built another one. There's a few houses and ranches around here. The road from here on to the Grand Canyon may become nearly impassable for part of the year. They do grade it after the rainy season, so you can use it later. It's just when you get within 2 miles of the Grand Canyon that it becomes very rocky and rough, and a high clearance vehicle is the best. 1 mile south on the main road is some petroglyphs. You have to walk a half a mile to see them all. During the rainy season, these roads get rutted pretty bad, but they do grade them once every year after the rainy season is over. Up at the Toroweap Ranger Station, I was told that I probably couldn't make it without being in a high clearance car, and I did drag a few times.
You rode your bike for about the last 2.5 miles?
No, I just rode for the last mile or so back from where the car was. Yeah.
Would you go to the camp area or to the
Went all the way
ramp?
down to the point and looked over the view.
Oh, okay.
So.
They have a very nice camp area here. That man left his car and rode his bicycle over the bad road. You can see there's a lot of rocks on the road.
This is part of the Grand Canyon that you'll probably never visit because the road is 75 miles of dirt road to get here. This is Toroweap Viewpoint.
The Grand Canyon isn't as deep here as it is where it crosses the mountain range, but you can see the river way down there in the bottom. We've come back through the Clay Hole Valley, which is only 69 miles to the pavement, and we're starting in Colorado City, then Hildale, Utah, then back to Cane Beds, Pipe Spring, Kaibab, Moccasin, Fredonia, and Kanab, Utah. Colorado City is different from most towns. The few businesses that they have are off the main highway. There are many nice homes. Most of the residents belong to the Reformed Latter-day Saints Church, and several are polygamous. Their women do wear long, decent dresses, like this woman watering the flowers. Several of the women work jobs, like the woman in the Deseret gas and convenience store, and that makes for a bigger family income. Colorado City is on the Arizona side of the state line. Hildale, Utah is right next door. I suppose if the law from one state was after you, just a few blocks away and you could be in another state. Cane Beds, Arizona is a few houses under some very lovely red mountains. The only thing left here is a schoolhouse.
Everything is accessible by these concrete pathways. Windsor Castle, which is known as the fort, was built in 1870 by the Mormon pioneers, and this is the only place where you have to have a guide.
A spring in a desert is quite a rare thing. Pipe Spring wasn't big enough to support a big community, but there was this small establishment by the Mormons that was built here. Kanab, Utah is a pretty big little town, but we're going to take a drive north of here and see some of the beautiful mountains that are just past this place. Next, we'll go through Orion, Big Springs, and Grand Canyon's North Rim and Point Imperial. Then the drive back north past a country store and some campgrounds to Jacob Lake. The map shows that this junction is where Orion was once at. There's not a trace of it now. It looks like they've had a forest fire here a few years ago, but little green trees are already growing back again. There's a small village with camping and a lodge here at the North Rim. Several people come and stay at the Grand Canyon Lodge, and not too far away is the Kaibab Trail where you can ride donkeys. Of course, you can ride donkeys down into the Grand Canyon too, or you can even walk if you're up to hiking that far. Point Imperial is over 8,000 feet in elevation, which really disproves the evolution theory that the Colorado River carved out the Grand Canyon over millions of years. Since water didn't run uphill over this mountain range, some scholars agree that there was a huge lake after Noah's flood that covered a few states, and when it washed out, Grand Canyon was carved out rather quickly. The elevation upstream where the road crosses is 3,500 feet, and downstream at Supai it's 3,100 feet. There are some people that come to see the Grand Canyon by helicopter. Now we'll see the Vermillion Cliffs from House Rock Overlook, Cliff Dwellers, the town of Vermillion Cliffs, Marble Canyon, Lee's Ferry, Bitter Springs, Cedar Ridge, The Gap, Copper Mine, LeChee, and Page. Around 1927, Blanche Russell's car broke down as she traveled through this area. Forced to camp overnight, she decided that she liked the scenery so well that she bought property and stayed. The stone buildings under these balanced rocks were built shortly after that in the 1930s. This is the Colorado River Canyon before it crosses the mountain range. The elevation here is only about 3,500 feet or so. At Copper Mine, I couldn't find anything at all that looked like a copper mine. There's just a few houses.
That's about as far as we've gotten today. Come back again next time and let's see more of Arizona.